I need all of you for this. We need to stick together here as gamers and literally just as humans, I think. Now, you might have noticed something big happened the other day. And the fun thing is, I don't actually want to go into detail of what it was exactly, because for my video, this isn't really relevant. This isn't about politics at all, okay? I want to make this first and foremost clear. This is about gaming, and I get into a second why this is important for gamers, like very, very important. Because I'm not a political channel whatsoever. I have my political views. My loyal viewers know what it is, and that's fine. But it doesn't matter at all. I don't care if you believe in something else, if you're right or left or center or whatnot. I don't care, all right? My channel is not about this. I'm a gaming channel, right? I stream games, that's it. Fine. However, the other day, and I intentionally going to phrase it like this, the other day, a husband and father was brutally murdered on stage in front of millions of people seeing it. There's even videos of it online. In front of his family, his wife and his 2 children, and his youngest daughter, apparently, she's like 6 or something, even ran towards her bleeding out on stage father because she was scared of the noise. Now this in of itself is of course crazy, right? It was apparently over political views, as far as we can tell. I don't know, it's not the full story, isn't there yet, but it seems like it. And this is not the point. Now, people have been saying that there's a lot of people dying all over the world, and only because he's a white millionaire or whatever, that's probably suddenly a problem. None of this bullshit. I know there are lots of people dying. That is not the point. This is evil, and political violence is a problem. And this is a whole different debate. I don't want to go into this. This is about gaming, because this is, I wouldn't usually touch on this at all because it has nothing to do with my channel, but there were a lot of game developers, right? The people who make the games you play, that were actively, literally actively celebrating the death of that man. And that's just, I'm actually at a loss of words on how to describe how I feel about this. Right? I can literally not put this into words. It's that crazy. And Asmongold made a video here. I'm going to link it in the description. You should watch it. It's 20 minutes. Watch the whole video. It's very, very important. And he's literally just explaining here who the devs are. Actually, we can... yeah, basically, he's just going over here that there is a bunch of devs who were not just liking, but also posting, and yeah, about the death of this person. For example, there is here sound effects associate producer at Bungie, right? Someone from Blizzard like this as well. And the biggest one obviously is, where is it? He's basically just condemning this completely, which I totally agree. This one, Ghost of Yote, you know, this game is coming out in 3 weeks, right? 3.5 weeks, something like that. And the person who is working for that, senior developer at this, said, I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. Basically a twisted way of saying they actually like what happened there. Now, this is unacceptable. This is completely unacceptable on all levels. And Asmongold said it perfectly. I'm not gonna like entirely quote him here, but what he basically said is that he cannot support a company, a game development company, that is putting stuff like that out. That is literally, one of the devs is literally advocating for murder live on camera, or in general, right? In general. And I agree totally with this. This is not something you can support at all. And this is where I come sort of to the title of this video is, this is why I need all of you. We need all of you, really. Because, think about it. These people, I have a tough time calling them people, but it's what they are. These people are making your games. They are putting their beliefs into these games. This is what you are consuming. What goes into your subconscious mind. What goes into your body even, psychosomatically, in other senses, right? This is what you are watching, listening to, etc. These people, yeah, they have to be fired. It's very simple. They should not be allowed to make these games. Now, you can't really fire people. I mean, Asmongold actually has a group there where you can go in there and get these people fired if you post the links. And I don't want to go into this. This is now the reverse cancel culture. I don't have an opinion on this. If it's good or bad, you make up your own mind about it. I don't want to give you an opinion. You do this yourself. You're a grown man. You can make up your own opinion. But what I want you to do is to just not buy these games. Very simple. I already put a statement out yesterday on YouTube that I will not buy, stream, or promote Ghost of Yotei. This is the last time I'm going to speak about this game. Other than maybe someone on stream asks me about it. Then I'm just going to say I'm not going to buy it for that reason. And of course, this is one dev, and maybe 90% of the other ones in this company do think differently. Maybe. But then PlayStation or Sucker Punch, which are the company that makes the game, then they have to come forth and state, we fire that person because we do not accept this sort of rhetoric in our company and we do not have these values, etc. And don't believe in some sort of stupid, yeah, we feel so very sorry about this, we're going to investigate this kind of bullshit when they just use words. It means nothing. You want to see actions. You actually want to see them being fired. And I'm sorry, there is no other way for that. You cannot go out and say something like that and walk away unharmed, like verbally, right? Or like economically. Obviously not physically, you don't want to harm anyone. But you can't just walk away from this like that. At some point, we have to do something. This is unacceptable on another level. There was a lot of shit going on before that, and I really didn't want to comment on this at all. And I didn't. But this is a completely different level of crazy that we just cannot let pass. And I don't care if you think he was an evil man that died there or whatnot, because of his viewpoints, even though it's debatable if someone is evil just because of their viewpoints. But if you actively condone the murder of a husband and father who did nothing but debate people on college campuses, right? Then I have to question your mental sanity. Really. Very simple. Because that's just common sense that this isn't normal. And all you can, you can of course try to get all these people cancelled and get them fired, whatnot. If you want to do this, more power to you. I don't care. This is your thing. But what I ask you is to just not buy these games. This is the easiest thing you can do. And it does have value. It's not like it doesn't mean anything. We saw this with Ubisoft, right? Assassin's Creed Shadows. People just didn't buy it because it was stupid activism, woke slop, and it was also a very bad game. We gotta say that. Outside of that stuff, it was also just very bad, and people just didn't buy it. And now Ubisoft is actually in danger because the only good game they have left is Anno, right? So it does work. What you do matters. You don't have to go on X and make political posts, whatnot. I don't want any of this, right? Keep this negative energy away from you. It doesn't do anything. X is a complete shithole today. I went there. It's just completely full of anger. And I understand it, of course. But we just finished God of War, right? And I want to say something there because Kratos said it greatly, that the path of vengeance will lead you nowhere. It will achieve nothing. People are asking for Trump to go nuclear on this. I don't think this will change anything. If anything, this would just create war, like literal civil war. And I don't want this. Nobody wants it, actually. Maybe it's necessary for things to change. I don't know. I don't want it. I always hope that there is things that people can make the differences work out in other ways other than using violence. But I also know that sometimes it just doesn't work any other way. But this is not for me to judge. I just want you to stop buying these games. Bungie, they're done anyway, right? Bungie is dead anyway. Marathon was already having problems, and now one of the devs is liking and saying these things, so I guess this is already over for them. Activision and Blizzard, we knew they are done anyway. So also, I'm not going to play Diablo 3, as I mentioned on my stream as well, because I'm not going to support that. I know Diablo 3 was made by the former Blizzard, not the current one, but I'm just done with that. Also no Diablo 4 or whatever they bring. Unless they actually come forward and openly state they condemn what is being said there and that they will fire these people. I'm done with having them say things that mean nothing. It's pointless. I don't care. I want to see action, right? I want to see actual things happening out of this. So I actually didn't make myself feel big, whatever. But that's the key thing I want from you. Now that we actually are one-on-one without Asmongold in the background. I want you to start buying these games. Now, of course, you can make your own decisions. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just asking you to do that. There's a whole list. Asmongold has it on his Twitter account, and maybe I'm going to put in the description as well, on all the devs of these companies and the games they make that support this. So you know going forward which games you will play or are fine to play and which aren't. And I'm definitely going to do this. I'm going to go over my whole list of gaming backlog I will be streaming if they are still fine. I give them a week or two, these companies, to come forth with what they did, if they did something, and if they didn't do anything, then they will just be removed and their games will not be bought. It's very simple for me, and this is really I think this is the minimal thing you should do as a human, right? It's not even about a gamer or political or man, woman, whatnot. It doesn't matter. It's as a human, because this is completely inhumane what these people are putting out. They're celebrating the death of a father, of a young father. He was like early 30s or something, right? He's my age, and I have a 5-year-old son, and I can only imagine if he was still conscious while he was bleeding out there and his daughter was running to him. I can only imagine what was going through his mind. It's just, I don't even want to think about it, how crazy it is. And the people are actively celebrating that, which is just crazy. So these people should not be making your games. It's very simple. Very simple. And I think this is, yeah, there's nothing more I can or should say to this, I think. And we're now going to go back to more better, how do I phrase this, more positive things in our life, which is I'm going to be live streaming, not today, but tomorrow. And with Final Fantasy, my first time Final Fantasy 7. Never played any Final Fantasy, so that's definitely something you should check out. And yeah, I'm going to go back to this, but I want to make this, it is very important that you do something, the thing you can do without putting your own life at risk. Because if you put yourself out there and going into political space, apparently you are at the brink of just being shot, because that is apparently what they want for you if you disagree with their viewpoint. And so I don't want you to risk your life for that, but you can just silently not buy these games. And that's all you can do. And this does a lot. It literally does a lot. Because Ubisoft is already going down in flames. Blizzard is having issues. So it is working. These big companies are dying because of that, because people are just not buying their shit. So yeah, this was already longer than I wanted it to be. But anyway, thanks for being here. And let me know what you think in the comments if you want to make it public or not. If you don't want to comment on it, it's fine. Just do your thing. I want to get this out there. And regardless of all the bad thing that is happening right now in the world, I hope you still find joy in your life, and joy on my streams, on other people's streams, what they do, and enjoy your games, but also make sure that what you are consuming is actually made by people that just have common sense, really. That's just what it is. Goodbye.